Hello again, welcome back to another daily Binding of Isaac Repentance. That last run was just like... something else. Oh my god. These guys. It's still the same day, May 7th or whatever. Mom's foot, huh? My god, these guys. The bastion of my hatred of these guys. I'm getting flashbacks with Annie Birth. And also like playing these guys in Repentance, trying to get to Isaac and keep dying. Now remember, you gotta press this button in order to use this option, and So you're gonna get... Oh, come on. You're gonna get this. Because you're gonna need it. All those guys. So we're going to Mom's foot. Doesn't seem too bad. Except it kind of is. First boss doesn't seem too terrible right here for us. Yeah, that last run was something else. It doesn't matter who gets speed. Alright, control Q. Alright, yeah. You're bigger than the rest. Don't mess with the best. Can't even get to that tenor rock. Actually, you know what? Let's go secret room with the other character. Not secret room, curse room. Oh yeah, all this stuff. Now, let's not get hit here. That'd be kind of nasty. Well, sure. We'll do it in the curse room. I picked the wrong character to get out of from too. All right. Well. There's your item. Well, I was hoping for like something nice. I mean, that's okay, but not nice enough. Hot bombs, huh? Okay, well, I don't know what the theme it is today. Or if it's like a holiday or something weird. Because wait, Mother's Day's tomorrow, isn't it? I think about it. I don't think this is a Mother's Day theme. Okay, let's go check out what's in here. There's options, huh? We gotta get the options. Okay, let's see. See about this. 3-cent card. Reverse Emperor, huh? Yeah, let's try that. Control space. Nope, control Q. Alright. You just kinda get it. Alright. Kinda get it in there. Alright, let's just stay alive. Those bombs would have done it. Darn it. Almost dead. I'm dead. Alright, well. It is what it is. It was bound to happen, right? Alright, let's do another random median run. Hopefully not get screwed. See here is 4PP9 GMY G4MY. Ah, another bad tears rate. Okay. Little eyeball thing here. You know what? All right. You know what? That's better. And I think the tears rate's about the same, but still, that's loads better. Damage wise, yeah. Health's not setting pretty, but that's a start. Cricket's head. Oh my goodness. this room's looking a wee bit cursed. See, maybe we can get some more money here. Yeah, that last run with Eden was like something else. That was like, oh, look at that! We got the invincibility cheat code. Ha! If we find like another like TM trainer, I'm still gonna take it. It wasn't really that like spectacular though of a TM trainer run. I had some great I had some runs that were pretty good before in the past. That one was okay. It was just a GG for sure. Oh my god, did you see that spider? Was desperate enough to crawl out of those cracks of hell. Got this like gnarly haircut too. Right, you gotta be careful of this guy because he's just gonna run right at me. Okay. So what else has been going on? Let's see. The weather's been warming up. I got some sunscreen when I'm running earlier today. I put that stuff on, and yeah, so I didn't get sunburned. It's gonna get hot. I mean, it's kind of hot today, but I guess we'll take a little demon baby with us. That can help us. And we found a crawl space. That's cool. Fun in the sun. No, we're not getting that. Like, I don't even know what else I can use that for. Like, strategically, like, save pennies on the ground. Now I think about it. Why don't I just take that with me? Then I can get myself into a I am error. Each penny I leave on the ground, keep trying to teleport it out or in through things. Why don't I do that? I'm gonna probably keep forgetting that I have the stupid thing on me, but when I don't want to teleport, well, let's do it. Curse penny. I think it's every time that I pick up one, it does that, or maybe it's a chance to teleport. Last time I had this thing, it definitely just teleported me. And we got the widow. Widow. A bit itty bitty widow. Hopefully get a nice tears upgrade after this fight. Like a big old fat tears upgrade. You know what? PJs is fine. Let's go to the curse room here. Check things out. I'm dressed in my PJs. Alright. Well, that paid for itself. Alright, I guess we're just out of here. Not much to do on this floor. I seen a little bit of a thing online yesterday. There was this it's like, I guess a trailer. I guess they have trailers for the next episode of Halo show. Oh yeah, that's what it did to me. Forgot. Well, we found the boss fight early, so there's that. Forgot I got that thing. They don't normally pick it up. And it was talking about, oh yeah. Now this is kind of spoilers because it's going to take place what happens in the next episode, so be forewarned. All I know is that there is a planet that gets glassed, and I'm betting it's Reach. I'm hoping it's Mortugal. The planet that one girl wanted to defend and blah blah blah. I hope they glass that with her in it. But you can't have everything. I think it's going to be Reach. The one alien girl is going to tip off the Covenant where she's at, and they're going to go over there and glass the whole planet. And then she's gonna make a quest to look for Master Chief and also the Rain. And she's gonna tell the Covenant leader, so that was lucky too there, that there is the Rain world, and she was there. And Master Chief is the one that's gonna unlock the secrets. And then leaves you with the cliffhanger. I don't know. Teleport! Let's go back here. I was reading comments of like talking about like people fast forwarding the Quan episodes and stuff like that, or the Quan scenes. I'm just gonna like sitting there enduring all the nonsense. So she's a very one-dimensional character. There's not much substance to her. Neither is like Master. Well, there's a little bit more with Master Chief, but like in the show, but it's not. They're like the Master Chief with how it's set up, I guess. But whatever. Paramount and Microsoft want to dump money in this project. Go ahead, I guess. The sacred rings of the Elden Lord. So Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing, he'd be the one that would light the rings and bring peace to the universe and the lands between. Alright, well, we do have a whole lot going on here. Okay, well, I guess that wasn't much of anything there either. It would have been nice to pick up that trinket smelter. And I was just like thinking too, if I would have picked that up, I would have probably instant mash it and then not realize what I did wrong till it was like too late. Which is swallowing this pill thing. All right, let's see here. We're gonna hold on to this pill. But if we die, we turn into Blue Baby. And I think that would fix the tears rate issue. I think it would. Because this is all random stats with Eden. If we can get like a deal with the devil, we can pick it up, die. There's our tears rate, okay. Nasa de Vista. Yep, it fixed that. Okay. If we go back in there, we'll die. Alright. Go back in there and we pick up something, we'll die. For sure. Now, we could re-roll here, but we've got some good stats. Now we got a Blue Baby run. But yeah, I'm not seeing any WoW stuff, you know, WoW factor stuff going on right now with the show, and I don't think probably would be like that for a while. Like, the first episode was okay. It was just okay. Very clunky. Like, I've seen the Doom, you know, 2004 or whatever, Doom movie. Adaptation was, like, better quality than these episodes. My opinion. I know some people didn't like Doom. I kind of like Doom. Kind of cool. I'm not like a big fan of it, but it was okay. Now the Super Mario Brothers movie. I've seen bits and pieces. I'm not interested with that. I don't think I ever sat down and watched it start and finish. You know what? We're going to just, like, skip this penny thing. I know it's a little wonky, but it's helping us with some teleport stuff. I'm just going to, like, not deal with it at the moment. See what other video game movies I've seen. I mean, you could technically say Harry Potter, but then Harry Potter was based off a book, which then they made a game because of the movie came out, so that was like an adaptation of the movie. So there's that. You know what? Let's just take this with us. Try it. Oh, look at that. Can we go anymore? Nope. LOL. Well, one way to like get rid of that temptation of taking that D7 or whatever. See other video game movies. Because I've never seen Warcraft, because I'm not really interested in Warcraft. Or Uncharted, like, I don't know much about that. It's like a zombie movie or something. Action adventure platformer thing.
Speed.
Hey, I don't play many, like... I don't play many, PlayStation games, so just give me a break. Please! Uh-oh. Don't let him get near you! Karen, don't go in the light! Oh. Okay, we're fine. Risk it. That wasn't bad. Alright, free guppy. Collar. The thing with video game movies, and especially television shows, and it happens commonly, so Halo's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is special because it sucks. I heard like The Witcher on Netflix was pretty bad. Stuff like that. Mario, you know, being like one of the oldest. Transformers movie, like, okay, so not the Michael Bay one, because that could be easily. I'm going to try to force it in here. I shouldn't have been playing around like this. Okay. I should have not done that. I had so much going on here and I screwed that up. Okay, maybe there's something in here that maybe redeem it. That's right. Alright, stay careful in this room. Alright, going down next floor. Lots of unease. The collar can help us, but like that's a 50-50 shot or whatever percent we got. Other video game movies. I'm kind of blanking on some. Because I know there's got to be some other ones they've made that I might have seen. They're not really coming to mind. I could have seen. So I talked about Doom. Oh, I died. And I live. I hate that room. We need to figure something out there. All right. Need to get enough health before I get in there. I have to go in there to get, like, whatever that item is. Hopefully a good one. Other video game movies. I don't think there's even that many of them, are there? Is there? And I'm not talking about, like, some custom-made stuff of, like, you know, some cringy material. World card, that does help a little bit. That's a start. Actually, you know what? Let's try to go up here to the arcade. Maybe it'll give me like a special arcade machine, I can get some soul hearts. Or not. Yeah, video game movies. I mean, Sonic... Okay, yeah, okay, so Sonic movie wasn't bad. I never seen the second one, though. I assume it's good. I guess. I don't know. It's not often I'm watching... Oh, I guess I seen Mortal Kombat. Alright, never mind. So I did see Mortal Kombat, I think, last year. Yeah, last year on Mother's Day. Actually, you know, that's weird to think about. I remember watching that a year ago, like tomorrow on Mother's Day. Yeah, I went there. But I was like by myself. There was like nobody there. I got the whole theater to myself. I was during the whole COVID thing, of course, too. So like people are not going out as much yet. And I went out and I watched Mortal Kombat. I mean, it was okay. It was an okay film. I wasn't really big into that franchise too much, but I watched it. I gave it a chance. It was okay. Then what else? Oh, this guy now. Oh, darn. All right. That's unfortunate. See, here's FVK44N9B. Well, the tears rate's still kind of garbage. Other video game movies I've seen. I'm trying to remember because, like, I guess maybe I've seen bits and pieces of the old Mortal Kombat when I was a kid, maybe. When it was on TV. They show like reruns or something. I don't know. I guess the Sonic movie from like the 90s. That was like so freaking weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know much about like anime stuff. Like, it's just... The genre is so foreign to me. It's just... Yeah, I know about Pokemon and stuff and Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into it when I was a kid. But like, aside from that, it's like, oh, wow, you watched My Hero Tetaro or whatever the hell it was. And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, you should watch, what is that? JoJo thing. I don't know. There's like a bunch of these every once. Hey, you should watch this episode. No. You seen Ghost in the Shell? No. Shows, the episodes, and Cowboy Bebop. I know. I don't even know what any of that's about. Well, I guess you didn't read the comics and stuff with that, huh? Not really, I guess. Oh, no! Caught me off guard there. All right, we have just enough for a PhD. We got a little face mask on to protect us from COVID here. I'm just trying to like think. Oh my God! Holy God! Okay, we're not sitting pretty here. Video game movies. I mean, there's. I guess okay. So we can go back with the whole series of Transformers with Michael Bay. Boom explosions! Stuff like that. Like, I guess the first one was okay. Kinda. Like, I mean, I watched it back in 07 in theaters. I know, a long time ago. Felt like an old man. Watching it in theaters, I thought it was kind of cool. It's just there's so many the problem I have with the movie series is like all these flashing lights. The Transformers just look old gnarly looking. I get the thing, and then it's all these like weird miniature Transformers where it's just like these little machines that take shape of like radios and everything else, and they're all like weird looking and cringy and like perverted. It's like, oh, this is funny. I like the pervertedness of it too, and I'm like, oh, come on. Well, pervert jokes and everything. Just like cheesy jokes is what I mean. Not pervy, but, you know, it's cheesy stuff. And I'm like, everywhere. And it's like, oh, look at this. Haha, it's so funny. Haha. And then I watched all of them. Not all of them in theaters. Keep that in mind. The last one that came out was about the dinosaur thing and Optimus Prime turning evil and stuff like that. And Unicron is actually the inside of the Earth, so this whole holocore theory. Oh, the Earth's not flat. The Earth's not round. There's a planet inside our planet. And it's Unicron. Anyways. And the gnome people live there. Okay, come on. Got that. Alright, glass eye. Cool. I guess we got some good things going on here a little bit. Shield tears isn't too bad, as long as we get a good tears rate. Glass eye helps with damage a bit. Need some good tears rate though. Some health. I was like disappointed when I watched the film because like I was expecting Unicron. Right? It's like, oh, Unicron, this big planet-eating transformer. You know, he transforms to a planet and stuff like that, and he goes around and he's got this like, you know, this high intelligence within himself where he can just like speak to you and stuff with these monologues. You know, like this whole 1986 thing. And no, it was this inanimate planet that had all these gears and stuff, and somehow it leads to... It's supposedly the thing about it is the planet can open a portal to Cybertron and bring Cybertron to Earth. And what happens is it's supposed to like do something with the Earth to where it destroys it in order to become reborn, so to speak. So like, yeah, that's Cybertron. I'm like, man, that's not... Whatever. Michael Bay, do your thing, I guess. I don't know if they're going to do any more of that. Transformers stuff. I'm assuming he is. I mean, after all, they brought back... they're bringing back Paranormal Activity, which... I guess I shouldn't be surprised because they said that it's going away for good, but then it's like they're making money off of it, so let's just keep bleeding the franchise. Yeah, so I watched that reminds me too, I also watched the new Paranormal Activity, I think last year. I mean, it was interesting. It's got an interesting take on things. And it makes me wonder what's going to happen with the next movie or something. If they get around to make one. Well, there goes that. Well, at least a boss battles is going to be a little easier. There's like the Dark of the Moon thing, and that was like... something that was on the moon. Government doesn't want to talk about it, and the Transformers have got to figure out what's on that moon or whatever. I don't know. Like, I watched all these films, like, once, except for, like, the first one, I guess. But, like, I can't remember the other ones. There was one with, like, some old Transformer that has, like, all this knowledge about stuff, like, of just whatever. And he's, like, helping, like, Megatron for some reason, even though he's a Decepticon. And this old guy is, like, a Autobot. Oh, I don't know. I know a video game like movie, which technically is like a. I guess it came as a game. Well, no, it came as a show and then a video game kind of thing at the same time. The Pokemon thing. All right, so I've seen, I think the first three Pokemon movies. I think because there was Pokemon movie 2000. And then there was the Entei one. Or is it the 2001? With not Yu-Gi-Oh. Lugia. And what else? Like, maybe that's the same one. There's Mewtwo. Okay, so never mind. I only seen two, I think. It's been a while, okay? It's been many years. When I heard about Mewtwo Strikes Back coming out, I'm like, oh, wow. I didn't watch it, but like, I don't know if that's a sequel or not. Let me think. I gotta look this up. Can I look this up? Where's my phone? Do I have my phone with me? Where's my phone? I don't have my phone. Whatever. I guess for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna assume. So I think, okay, so when I was a kid, I thought that this Mewtwo Strikes Back thing was a sequel to the first movie, Pokemon the first movie thing. Because of how it was differently animated and stuff. But actuality, I think what it was instead is decided to do new animation stuff to bring it back again. And that's it. Just like what they did when they did it the third time. Because I was reading online, this is like the third time that they remade it or whatever, and I'm like, okay. And that sounds plausible that this is what happened here. And I did watch that remake. That was just freaking... I think what happened was they were... Because that was a 3D animated one, right? So it wasn't like this... You know, they wasn't doing hand animation stuff again. And so... They made some 3D animation and they were trying to match the voices and everything else with the animation. Which it looked very weird. Like it wasn't... It didn't look right. It didn't sit pretty. And it looked like they cut some stuff out of it from the original movie, so there's that too. Like there seemed like there's something amiss about it. And I think that's what happened. They cut some things out. So, in my opinion, if you want to watch the Pokemon the first movie and you've never seen it, watch the very first one. Don't taint your experience with the other two. Or three, or I don't know how many they got at this point. But I think it's like 2 other editions. Now, I can't tell you about this, you know, all these like dozen or 2 dozen other Pokemon movies. I can't really tell you for certain what those are about and what that entails, and other than like some big old Pokemon or like person is trying to destroy the world or control the world, and it's up to this heroic band of amateur Pokemon folk to save the day through Pokemon friendship, teamwork, and powers, and all that other jazz. I mean, it's basically the generic arc of these kind of things. Did I just sum up the whole series or something? Because I never seen any other movies. I don't know if they're any good or not. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're not. Like, I've seen some weird Pokemon, like pictures of them. It's like, oh, look at that. That one looks like a refrigerator. Oh, yeah. If you stick him next to a refrigerator, he'll evolve into a refrigerator, but only with its consent. Which, I mean, to be fair, you have to get the consent with the Pokemon in order to evolve them. If I recall. Of course, in the games, there's none of that. There's no consent. Hey, you want a Raichu? Go ahead. Pikachu doesn't want him? Oh, tough shit. I want my Raichu. I didn't complete my Pokédex. By golly. If it's either that, I'm going to just release in the wild, and I'm just going to use my Game Shark. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh made any of their own like movies or not. I assume they probably did at some point, but that was probably like long after I just kind of like fell out of it, and I'm like, nah. I think the first they ever got with it was like the whole Egyptian god card thing, I think, and then that was it. And I think it just kind of fell over, and I'm like, I'm done. Obelisk the Obelisk, the Tormentor. Slifer, the Sky Dragon. I think that's the red one. And then there's the Egyptian god Ra. It's supposed to be like the more powerful out of the three. I think. It's probably like weird stuff going on now where it's like, oh, it's not the power for us anymore. It's actually this card now because under this episode that doesn't have the Yu-Gi-Oh character in there anymore. Yugi. Like, okay. I guess I'm old-fashioned now. By the way, we found a Tears Up finally. Out of a random trinket. I've blessed. Yeah, Pokemon. Ah. I don't even know what network Pokemon's on anymore at this point. It's like it's still on that Cartoon Network. Like, it's hopped around in different places. Like, last I've heard is it was on Cartoon Network or something. They had this like weird Pokemon show where it's like just a Pokemon. And they're talking in English and everything. And I'm like, this is so weird. This is so weird. They're like just sitting down. I was like, oh, it's gonna come on. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just see what this is all about because it's been like ages. And it's just like them talking. I'm like, this is just not right. Whatever. I mean, I guess they could say the same thing if I were to watch the newest like Power Rangers and be like, oh, this is not right. But I haven't like seen Power Rangers in forever. Though I did rewatch the Power Rangers movie a couple of years ago. The first one. And I cringed so hard watching it. I was like, how did I like this when I was a kid? This is like just cringe. Le cringe. I would say it was very special back then, where it's just like this very weird kind of acting and whatever going on. but it was still cool. Now it's like probably like a bunch of 3D animation and like CGI and all that stuff. And quirky jokes. What were those characters called that was in the it's like these two weird names. Like they're supposed to be like stupid and they're like clumsy. Like they're not like they're not so much like villains or anything. They're just kind of like neutral evil. They're just there. Like there's a fat one and there's a skinny one, but they're all like in this like I don't know, this like this kind of a punk kind of clothing setup or something, like a biker gang kind of thing or whatever. And they're I forgot their names were, but they're like really weird. And like they were just kind of there and they're just doing their thing and screwing something up or doing whatever randomly. Like almost nobody like cared for them. It was like they like when they were doing all this merchandising for like action figures and everything, I guarantee you they didn't have these guys for like any kind of like, you know, whatever toy. Imagine like getting a McDonald's toy and they had one of those things there and it's like out of all the Power Rangers and everything else, you get those guys. It's like, Mom, this sucks. These guys suck. You know how stupid they are? They don't save the galaxy against evil, you know, beings like Zorg and what was that lady's name? Frida. The Space Witch thing, right? But she was freed on the moon after being locked in there for 10,000 years, and she's free. And it's time for conquering Earth. Like nobody would want action figures of these like two like goofballs that were like, you know, contribute to almost nothing in the entire like series. No, it was the Power Rangers. And it wasn't Dr. Ooze either from or Mr. Ooze or whatever his name was from the movie. Nobody really liked him too much. The Ooze. I guess we'll get some of these since I popped that. It might actually help me a little better. But we probably don't need that much help here. The Ooze. Nah, it's about the Megazords. It's about the Power Rangers and kicking butt and saving the day and everything else. Nobody cared about the human Power Rangers where they're doing their human stuff in high school and whatever. Nobody cared about that too much. Not their quirky jokes and everything. Man, no, it's about kicking butt. I mean, there might be some people out there that was interested with that kind of aspect and nothing else, which is kind of weird because now I think about it, it'd be kind of weird because it's be like, well, it's Power Rangers and you're just watching the scenes. I mean, I bet there's like Facebook, like not Facebook, I bet there's like a YouTube video where it's like the entire Power Rangers show, only it's, only you don't see the Power Rangers, it's just them as high school students. So for the entire like show, no transforming, nothing. I don't even know how long that would take to watch that. I don't think I would even have the patience for that kind of thing. But what if? I mean, somebody, I mean, I did see somebody like months ago, like, it was like in my recommendations, somebody edited like all the episodes down to where it was like showing only the scene of the, like a window of this. So I guess they have like a special cut when they show the apartment window outside at an angle. So somebody like went through every single episode of Seinfeld and just had that. And it was like 5 or 10 minutes long. It's just like some obscure thing. That's what I made. It's just like, but something like that with Power Rangers. It's like Power Rangers, only it's just high school students. I'd be very curious how that would look. Because there probably were like some scenes where it was just like, oh yeah, the Power Rangers, they it's like happening right outside their school or something like that, and then it's like they're about to transform, but then it cuts because of other things. All right, we got that, and we'll take this. Okay, let me try this out. If you try and chase me, little ghost, you're dead wrong. Get it? Because you're dead. We look pretty spooky. Right. We got two of the trashiest, like, gets we can get for that. Exciting. Alright, I guess we're out of here. Or be like with those two goofy characters even. Where it's like, oh, these two goofy characters, and that's it for the entire, like, compilation of this, of the entire show. Tunnel snakes rule. Kind of remind me of the tunnel snakes too, of them. Because of the jackets and everything. I mean, they're not like similar jackets, but like, you know what I mean? They were like, they're trying to act like it. Where are the tunnel snakes? Okay, you're making it more difficult for me. Just stay put. There we go. I can't imagine just going through the entire, like, show of even Seinfeld and finding that very obscure, nobody's really cared much about that kind of scene of the show. And compile it together, but you know what? People surprise me anymore with what they do with internet stuff anymore. Did I watch it? Well, yeah, I did. Just see if there is anything interesting happening. And let's just say not a whole lot going on. Sorry to say, but away she goes. Even got stuff about Smiley Friends, like compilations. Of course, it ain't much for compilations because it's a short show and they're like very specific niche characters. They're only in one episode. That wasn't too bad of a show, anyways. That's pretty good. Watched it the other day. It's like, oh, look at that. That was kind of funny, and they had like a Frodo one and everything. I could tell it's like this old school Frodo like thing that they're trying to like show off or whatever in the show. Like how it was designed. Because like I remember seeing clips on YouTube, just very like snippets or something of Frodo or whatever. like from the 70s or whatever when this cartoon came out, and that's how I recognized it. And when I saw the animation, I'm like, oh boy. Like it's a very similar animation to it. Yeah. Of course, that kind of stuff has been going around for a while. This like compilation. It's like this movie or this show, but it's only this character or this thing going on or whatever. Very popular. Someone was going to probably try to make a compilation of like Master Chief taking his helmet on and off. But I think Paramount would just claim that pretty quickly. It's like, oh, you're trying to show off all the scenes where Master Chief taking his helmet off and on, huh? Well, we're gonna flag that. Yep. I don't think you can land on this rock, can you? No, you can't. You can't even land over here, huh? Oops. Oh, I got hit twice. I'll be darned. You sneaky dog. Love me. Look at this guy. He's like, I want a hug. I'm all infected. Love me. I don't know if that's going to do any good, but whatever. I wonder what was like the whole like inspiration to write those characters in on Power Rangers. Those two characters that wasn't even funny or anything. They're just like very cringy.
Soul of Apollyon.
They're trying to act all wacky. It's kind of dry humor. I think they were trying to get back at the Power Rangers, but they didn't know they were Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Just like one of these weird coincidences that they just so happen to be targeting the Power Rangers, but for like very non-threatening kind of way. It's just like these pranks or something. I think they were doing. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched it. Like it's probably like a whole collection of them on YouTube right now. For people to sift through. I think. Then again, it might be known by Viacom, and it's probably not possible. All right, I'll take that. Thank you. Or the entire Pokemon show, which is like continuously ongoing, but be like season 1 of Pokemon, and like some niche thing. Pokemon first season only it's just the Pokemon fainting or something, or something more sinister is like, or if Ash gets hurt or killed or whatever throughout the entire series. Now, you can do that with the entire series because I guess at some point Ash just kind of goes away because he's a Pokemon master and he doesn't want to be messed with anymore. Kind of like Luke Skywalker in the Disney Wars. Okay, since we got this item here, we gotta like find a 1-up somehow, which we might be able to. That'd be a pretty dark thing to do. Like, it'd be like Pokemon, all the movies, all the television shows, only compilations of people dying. Like every character, multiple deaths, you know, certain characters. like Ash getting blasted like 3 different times because of like the 3 different remakes of the first movie. Cheap entertainment, haha. That would be kind of an interesting video topic. Like compilation thing. Or someone like does a video and like lists up all the characters that have died in the show and how they died and whether they got brought back to life or not. Or you make like an essay style video on top of it where it's like, here's why they deserve not to be resurrected. In series. Like the main character Ash. Here's why I think Ash should have just died from being blasted from those Pokemon in the first movie. How her life would change in the Kyoto region. I'm gonna die here, by the way. And that's not intentional. Either by, like, these guys coming at me or, like, this dangling blade that I voluntarily picked up. It's like, oh, you don't want to worry about dying, haha. Why'd you pick up the knife over your head so you can just die? When the time's right. Because I thought I was gonna get something. It's gonna save me. Assuming we do get it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there, buddy. I am. I don't know, maybe we'll make it. We haven't had that thing collapse on us in a while. But anything can happen. My lives? No. Yeah, I don't know, like video games and movies and stuff, like I just can't really list too many of those off anyways.
Justice.
That I've seen at least. Son of a gun! I didn't see that. Okay, we need to like get out of here. If I pull my hair out. At least we could see where we're going. That's always a good thing. Instead of be like, oh, woe is me, where the heck am I? Come on, there we go. Man, so many black hearts though. That's pretty good for those skulls. It's a pretty high count. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on, kids, let's get the heck out of here. I like how there's like a fear thing on her. If she's like near me like that. That's only after like the foot comes down. That she's like, oh no, I'm scared. Like, I'm gonna stomp on you. Also, I'll fear you. Alright, we're gonna grab this. Krampus. Or we can get like we can get a second item out here as a possibility. Okay. I need another live of some sort. Come on. All right. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, I guess we had that too. I assume they probably have some old, you know, some form of wacky replacement characters for the Power Rangers show they have anymore now. They gotta have some kind of like whatever to replace them, right? Or some like Transformer looking guys or something. I don't know. Like a robot. Well, technically it was a robot. The first one, it was... I'm blanking on the name. And then the other guy, the one that created the Power Rangers program, I think. It was in this tube thing with the head. That guy. I think he created the Power Rangers in the first place, didn't he? I think there was like some origin stories talking about that in the movie, right? I'm trying to remember. Long ago, on a distant land, far away. I like how they just kept going, and it should. I think maybe because I have the card effect, it's giving me like 10 pills instead of 5. That's pretty nifty, I guess. We got some tears up, which we probably didn't need since we already packed full of that. You should look fat. You should exercise more. Well, thanks, game. Matter of fact, I did. I did do that. You should go outside and exercise again when it's dark. Should just lay off the Twinkies. I'm at it. I just lay off the food in general, huh? And just drink water. The rest of my life. Oh yeah, we got the silver dollar, didn't we? Ain't much for showing here, but whatever. Okay. I guess we'll just take the dirty diaper. One of the, like, had guest appearances, like, those guys that were playing these, like, goofballs. I wonder if they had them as guest appearances for, like, the newer shows or something. It's like, hey, look at that, kids. It's this guy. And these two guys, they were, like, in this 90s thing, remember? Or not the kids. No, the kids probably won't remember at this point. What am I thinking? Yeah, do you remember? Yeah, assuming they're like kids now. It's like, oh yeah, do you remember that? Do you? The 90s? I know you were born in the 2000s. I know you're like Gen Z. Between Gen Z and Generation Alpha range around there. But do you remember the 90s? Ah! Remember the first Game Boy? No? Why not? No. What I mean is, like... They would, like... I don't know, bring them in. And then they just kind of pretend to know... They would set up to where they know the Power Rangers, even though they're not the same cast, obviously, and they'd be like... Whatever. That'd be kind of weird to be like, wearing the same clothes and everything, and they're like all in high school. Like these guys, they're like in their 50s or 60s or something at this point. And they're like there. It's like, yeah, we just transferred, like the last episode or something. It's like, yeah, we just transferred. Da da da. Just like gray hair and everything else, and wrinkly. I mean, they're probably not that old, but like, well, maybe they were in the teens when, late teens when it came out. The Power Rangers show. I don't know when it exactly came out and how old they were then. They might have been like early 20s, and they look like they were in their teens or something. Possible. Still, they'd be like at least in their 40s, let's say. Maybe 50s. Oh my goodness gracious, you just keep giving me the gift that keeps on giving. Alright, you know what? Let's just actually just get out of here. I'm gonna grab that too while we're at it. I don't know. It'd be more on the lines of like, well, I guess that would be one comedic, because it's like, well, wait a minute, they're way too old for high school, and also it gives them a throwback. It's like, hey, I know these guys. They were like from this show. But that'd be like the adults that'd be watching it or something with the kids or something, I guess. But you can't really throw that in there unless the adults are watching it. And we're Guppy. No, we're not. I'm confused. Whatever. Let's get out of here. Who cares if I lost, missed out with those 2 soul hearts? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I guess it was the last run I had that Guppy item. That's why I was thinking that. I imagine they probably did something like that. Or like they have something weird where it's like they was that a wait a minute, what was that back there? Was that a keeper with a cigarette in its mouth? No, it's not. Okay. That looked like a cigarette in his mouth at first. But no, anyways, another thing they could probably did or would do someday maybe, is like they would reintroduce one of the old Power Rangers and talking about how it was back then. Just kind of this throwback thing. And they're going to help by like, they probably won't be doing as much fighting scenes, you know, but they're going to be there to kind of be there as support. And it's going to be up to the young generation of Power Rangers to save the day and do all the butt kicking, which happens a lot, believe it or not. A lot of these like kind of show arcs, like look at Star Wars, for example, with Disney Wars, I mean. You look at Disney Wars, and it's like they have Harrison Ford. And he can't really do a whole lot because he's Harrison Ford. I mean, he's in his 70s at this point. And can't really move around as easily as what he used to. Same thing as Luke Skywalker. You're not going to see him doing backflips and everything. It's just this typical, like, passing the torch thing and all that stuff. And we're the elders, and, you know, we're going to fade away. Thanks for the specials. They're showing me there for a bit. Kind of like what they're doing with Jackass now, I think about the Jackass movie, the latest one. I didn't see it yet, but from what I could tell in the previews, it's setting up to be that way. The new generation of Jackass, like actors or whatever, performers. Because obviously they're getting older, these original cast, and it's totally different with what they're doing here, where they're breaking bones and everything else. You can only heal so much, especially when you're older. You get a hip fracture, you're gone for life. You're like old enough to where you can't heal so much. Injuries would be much more impactful. I mean, they did a special, I guess I seen a clip on YouTube. It was like in my recommendations about like, last year or something. It was like, Ash Ketchum becoming a Pokemon Master or something like that. And then there was like another one where it was like, here's Ash Ketchum, and something about like, you know, you've seen him again or whatever for some reason. Like, he's not part of this whole journey thing, I guess, anymore. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I don't know what happened with Ash and Brock and all them. But, I mean, they usually just fade away. Eventually they're just gone. And I don't know what happened with them, like the Charizard thing. Just like gone. I was like, yeah, I'm a Pokemon Master. I was like, oh, wow, son of a gun. Cancel the show. Just kidding, we're not. I cancel it, but like end it. Now, you have to create a new story arc. You're not going to just end it and be like, oh, wow, it took over 20 years for him to just catch up to everybody. And he's still like 13 years old. What do you even do at that point if you're like a Pokemon Master? It's like, oh wow, I guess I just conquered every damn thing. Like, does he own a gem or something? And then it's like, what's even the point of having gems anymore if you're a Pokemon Master? I guess he'd be part of the Elite Seven or whatever the hell it is. Where it's like, okay, we want you to just like, you know, you're the best of the best, kind of like this whole military thing, I guess. But like for Pokemon, where it's like, okay, you're the best of the best, and now you're just there to just do whatever, and then when they win, they're not really the Pokemon Master because they can never be the very best, like no one has ever was. Catch them as their weird test, and train them as their cause. The point is, Ash won and nobody else. I don't know what the whole ordeal it was with the episodes. Like, okay, here's this episode that shows him being Pokemon Master. Here's, oh, here's him, and there's reveal like years later, and now he's like an adult for some reason. I guess like his quest to like become a Pokemon Master kept him with his youth, and now that he's become the Pokemon Master, he's whittling away. Like the youth got sucked out of him immediately when he became the Pokemon Master. Now he's like in his 40s, 50s, 90s. I don't know how old. I get it. Like, technically speaking, he's probably like still the same age because, you know, the show doesn't show like years ahead of time. It's just like we perceive it as years because of how long it took in the show's years of time to progress. I get that. I'm just making the joke where it's like, you know, he's this young and now life is getting sucked out of him. I wonder if they're going to do a crossover with Power Rangers, and no, they won't. And Pokemon. Have the Power Rangers with their Megazords and killing off the Pokemon. I pay money to see that. Not a lot of money, but you know, I'm not funding the project. Though that would be pretty funny. I think if he became, so I would think like with that episode of whatever it is, probably what happened is like everybody that knew Ash and was with Ash, all these journeys and stuff like that, I think deep down they all want to be Pokemon masters, and then he just took the whole glory, and ran with it, and he won. And now nobody wants anything to do with him. He's stuck by himself in the gym with his Pokemon. That's probably what happened. Also, we won, by the way. That was an interesting run too, so a lot to talk about as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.